Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drakewing Game, and some of you may on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Moonlight Castle. So yeah, before we jump into it, just wanted to let y'all know that our Patreon is now for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel, get some awesome rewards like permanent access to our community Discord server and full access to upcoming not safe for work videos. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. Alright. Ryan's right. I think your bike is cool, but maybe we can ride it some other time. Whatever. Then you'll have to drive us back here later. This place is our rendezvous anyway. I can't let you keep the bike inside where it's safer if you prefer that. The bull appeared. He was holding a keychain in a bag, and promptly he handed over the ladder to Ryan. Russell, where have you been? I was busy closing up the place and talking with the owner. Nothing to worry about. Dylan grunted and walked away. I couldn't help but thinking that he might still be mad at me. Wait! I need your help to lift the grill! Ryan chased after Dylan while pushing along some of the heavy equipment, and Russell followed the bear shortly afterward as he carried the supplies that he prepared earlier. Yo, Joel, this is serious. I stayed quiet as I was turned around by Patrice so that I faced him. I've heard from a source that Dylan has a bike, but I've never seen it until now. He's never mentioned anything about the bike himself, and I've heard that nobody's ever joined him on a ride. This is insane, Joel. Do you know what this means? That he's a very private person? I was only joking, but the look on his face suggested he didn't really appreciate it. Don't be stupid. Remember what I said earlier? He's 100% into you. So, you're just analyzing your romantic rival now. I couldn't help but laughing at what Liam said. There was no way that I could take that seriously. Dylan? Romantic? No way. Are we even talking about the same crocodile? I agree with Joel. Can you really imagine Dylan flirting? I'm afraid that he might throw the gifts he bought for the person at the person themselves if he ever saw them hesitate. All of us shared a chuckle as we thought that it was a likely scenario. Even if that's the case, I still think that he should be praised for the effort. After all, time is needed for people to change and become accustomed to new scenarios. Dylan won't change. He's always been this way. He demands things and takes them without ever asking, and he never returns anything unless it's convenient. That's just the way you labeled him. People can grow and improve, so long as there's a desire to become a better person. I'm telling you that he doesn't want to change. Play with fire all you want, but don't come crying to me when you get burned. I think this will be a good opportunity for both of you to learn. And me, then. I'll try my best to show you the importance of love and compassion. Sure, I can't wait to see Dylan show you his love and compassion once a line is crossed. There'll be no line crossed. Clyde begins to walk, most likely to the van, and Liam just went in the opposite direction. Second now. Water time. Well, coffee, actually. Alright. Where's that idiot going? Let me go and fetch him, otherwise we'll never get going. I want my beer! Blake and I watched the three of them go, and I wondered if they were all going to be okay. I heaved a sigh. It seemed this trip was going to be more chaotic than I thought. The kind of hanging out I had in mind was everyone having a peaceful interaction and a wholesome time, rather than whatever this was. The wolf caught on to my disappointment and promptly gave me a pat on the back. I think it's good that Clyde has some competition now. He was never allowed to be teen in the first place. Getting to meet and interact with someone as stubborn and closed-minded as Liam sure has given him the opportunity to rediscover a part of himself he'd locked away. I gave him a raised eyebrow. You sound like a babysitter. Don't you think you're looking after him a little too much? Don't forget about yourself, too. Damn, you murdered me. To be honest, I'm kind of keeping an eye on everyone, although I admit it's mostly Clyde. This way you won't enjoy the party at all. Who said that I won't? I gave him a judgmental stare. I'm not too keen on the social interaction, but trust me, there's something I'm looking forward to. The wolf raised his head and gazed upon the sky, which was slowly fading from orange into blue. I'm better at talking with the stars than the people. You're making it hard for me to disagree with that. Still, these aren't people. They're our friends. I mean, they are people. I know. I never said I was going to look at the stars alone. He flipped open his bag, and inside it was another small bag that contained a long cylindrical object. Wow, this is... I took the item and examined it with excitement. It was my first time holding a telescope, and I immediately pointed it around to look at things like a pirate. Expensive. Please be very careful with it. It's a precious gift I carry with me all the time. The description brought me back to my senses, and I promptly returned the item to him. Yes, of course. I wouldn't want to break that. Blake cleaned the lens with a small piece of cloth and gently slid the telescope back into his bag. We can take turns looking through it, and I can teach you guys a little something about the constellations. My favorite. That sounds exciting. I can't wait. Same. I hope we find a small hill or somewhere high where we can get a good view of the sky. Oh, so that's why you never fought against Liam's idea about exploration. Oops, I've been caught. He smiled, and for some reason my mind was at peace again. It was nice to have someone we could talk with about our worries. Are you two coming? Dylan wants us to go already. He's threatening me with his bike. Ryan shouted from the van, and he was trying his best to keep the crocodile's hand away from the horn. On our way. I looked inside the van and realized that everyone was already seated, as Blake had taken the last remaining spot in the back and placed himself between Clyde and Liam. Second now. Coffee time. Ryan patted the front seat next to the driver's seat and shot me a giggle. He planned this all along, hadn't he? Just like every morning, huh? This time is different. This time is different. Well, we're going somewhere rather fun rather than willingly getting locked up in a glorified prison called school. Start the car, damn it. Okay, God, stop yelling already. Once Ryan finished double-checking everything, our trip began. Patrice, you know the way, right? Yep, been there a couple times. Got the path memorized. The striped feline became our pseudo-GPS for most of the ride. And I didn't get to talk much with Ryan, as the bear's focus was on following the tiger's directions. Also, I thought it'd be difficult to talk about certain people without them overhearing, so I decided to just make myself comfortable in the seat and get some rest. I spent time thinking about the things I'd done today and realized that just how much I'd done. There was just so much interaction with everyone. And then soon after, my body just collapsed. I was exhausted, more so than I'd realized. I'd taken so many steps out of my comfort zone, just for the day, and I was hitting my limit. The next thing I knew, as I regained consciousness, it was that I was still in the seat, but the car had stopped. Did we arrive? My question was aimed mostly at Ryan, but anyone could have answered it. I felt lethargic. Without opening my eyes, I stretched and failed to stifle a yawn. Ryan? It was quiet. How unusual, considering they were a large group and how loud everyone was in the beginning. I opened my eyes, and it dawned on me that I was the only one left in the car. They probably didn't want to wake me up and wanted to give me space. Guys? I raised my voice, hoping to hear a reply. Anything. My heart started to race, and weird thoughts began to form in my head, as drowsiness was making me irrational. The fact that I was left alone didn't help either. Guys? I shouted again, louder this time, and moved myself out of the van. Why are you yelling? I heard you the first time. Dylan grunted. He seemed annoyed by the loud noise I made. You should have answered me then. I was panicking. It wasn't his fault, though. There was no way he could have known that this dumb dog was going to freak out the moment he woke up. After a brief pause to collect my thoughts, I calmed down. You're overreacting. I was standing here, waiting for you. Whatever. I bit my tongue before I had a chance to escalate. There was no one to blame, and I just had to shove aside my ego, however difficult that was. Where is everyone? My question was left unanswered as the crocodile simply locked the car and began to walk into the forest without replying to me. He turned around to see if I was coming, and I had no choice but to follow him. I hoped that everyone was waiting for us at the end of this trail. I wanted to talk with you. It was weird to see how calm he was while saying that. If he wasn't mad, and if he really wanted to talk, then why didn't he answer what I just asked? I don't want to talk. Look who's talking! Second now. Coffee time. Oh, there you go. Let me get my feet more comfortable. There we go. Perfect. I gave him no further response, and I was this close to losing my cool. What? Was it not obvious? Ryan said you looked tired, and he asked us to leave you alone and let you sleep. So, are they further in the forest and preparing dinner? Yeah, did you really need to ask? Why are you being so insistent to say it out loud? I was worried. I woke up alone in a place I don't know, and the only thing I needed was someone who could reassure me and tell me what was going on. But all you did was give me the brush off. Fine. If something like that happens again, I'll talk. You done? Yes. It felt as if it hadn't passed at all since I woke up. I was still groggy, and I could still feel the panic that I had. I wanted to talk about what you did this morning. Sorry about that. I don't usually raise my voice, yet I've done it twice already. Keep doing it. What? I probably had the most puzzled look on my face right now. What Dylan had said caught me completely off guard. You heard me. Just do it. Like, now? What do you want me to do? Scream? Everything about this was weird. I could see him struggling to express what he really wanted, and I myself was also really having a really difficult time trying to understand what he said. He yelled at me because I was doing something stupid. Do it again next time. So he wanted to be scolded? That's how I understood it. Oh, you Dylan, you naughty boy. You like being disciplined. Well, well, well. I didn't know what to say. I could imagine so many things that he might have wanted, but not this. I'll try? I want to hear that. I want to hear what you really think about it when I do something. People are too damn afraid to tell me the truth. And, as Dylan was saying that, he made a sudden stop to punch a tree. There was a dent in the trunk and a bruise on his fist, the latter of which annoyed me. Liars piss me off. And it pisses me off to see people hurt others or themselves. I took his hand, hoping to get a closer look, but he quickly shook it off my grasp. Better trees than people. I don't like violence. I'll never support it unless it's strictly for self-defense. We're people, intelligent ones, who can think, talk, and find a solution that doesn't involve inflicting pain. Not everyone has the wits to think or the patience to listen, not until you break one of their bones or two. Are you serious? You have to. There's no justice unless you create it yourself. Nobody out there is going to look after you. There are other ways to punish them. Retaliating with violence yourself makes you no different from them. And I know that you're better than that. You're better than them. You're wrong. I'm exactly like that. I'm ready to accept the consequences of what I do. If you foresee the consequences and are willing to accept them, wouldn't that already make you at least a little better than they are? His words are nice, but if you could see what happened, what they did, and what I did to them, you'd understand that nice words mean nothing. One second, y'all. Dylan, what has happened to your past, buddy? Coffee time. Alright. Tell me then. I want to know what this oh-so-scary crocodile has ever done to evoke such fear. Drop it, Joel. You and I live in two completely different worlds. If you really believe that and didn't think that I belong in your world, then why did you ask me to help you out and get on your bike? He went silent. I probably pushed it too hard and caused him to think about it. If we want to get to know each other better, we'll have to share both the good and the bad. It's fine if you don't want to speak right now, but I refuse to be friends with someone just for the benefits. I'm not about to use someone or let myself be used. There was no response from him. I wasn't really sure what was going through his mind. His stoic attitude and never-changing expression made him quite tricky to read. I actually wondered whether what I'd even said made it to him at all. We continued our walk in silence as both of us mulled over our conversation. We've arrived. I moved ahead of him to take a good look. Everyone was there, all waiting for us, and I was sad to see that most of the preparations were already completed. The only unfinished thing was the food that Ryan and Russell were cooking on the grill that Dylan brought. Ooh, that's beautiful. Ooh, excuse me. Thank you for leading the way. I said that to Dylan, and then began walking toward the group, specifically toward Ryan. I couldn't help feeling a little bitter, though what I said to the crocodile was honest. I mean, at least. I told him exactly what I thought, so whatever he decided to do afterward was all going to be up to him. If he decided to reach a hand out, I might still be willing to give him a chance and take it. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a shout out to my lovely patrons. The Bronze tier, thank y'all so much for everything you do. We appreciate everything y'all have given to the channel. And for our Silver tier patron, Cade Silverman, thank you for going a little bit above and beyond. We definitely appreciate the little extra that you're giving. And for our Gold tier patron, Amr, you have selected the Ultimate tier, and we are eternally grateful. If y'all would like to add your names to the end credits, then all you gotta do is join the Patreon. It's as little as $5. Anyway, I love you all. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye!